Oh my god, Sukuna's about to get with Jacob's ladder for the third time. It's not gonna work. I mean, let's really be honest. Yuji now has dismantle at a soul-splitting level. Todo's Vibra Slap is gone, so somehow he's doing all of this. And at the end of the day, Sukuna's throwing up fingers. Let's get into it. Okay, so the chapter has been out for a little bit already, and I'm late, but we're not going to go over the full review right now. What we're going to talk about is the fact that do binding vows, I said vows, that's so nasty. Do binding vowels, not vowels, binding vows. Jesus, do binding, oh, what a day. Do binding vows even mean anything at all? Because first of all, everyone's using them left and right, and I feel like I could sub out like, oh, I'm not gonna eat ice cream for a week as long as I can use this move right now, and then wait, I'll change my mind like 30 seconds into fighting you if you're too strong. That's what it feels like is happening, and it's not really cool, especially for those of us who really enjoy the fact that binding vows only show up every now and then in the beginning of the fight with Sukuna, seeing him use them was like, oh wow, he's the king of curses, this is big brain. But now everyone's like, oh, we see him doing it, we're gonna do it too. And I'm like, well, if this could happen from jump, why wasn't anyone else doing it? And it really upsets me because at first I thought you had to sacrifice something equal in order to get it back in return, because if you don't use the binding vow in the right way, you could also lose it. You have to lose whatever you gain, and that hasn't really been happening, I don't really think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't been seeing anyone really struggle or suffer due to the fact that they're using binding vows over and over again. Like, I think Sukuna should just drop dead at this point, I'll be real. But the reason why we're all here is the fact that Jacob's ladder is not going to work. I don't know what has made anyone believe that using this move a third time on the King of Curses is going to stop him. Of course, yes. The first time, most effective because he hasn't had dominion over, what's his name? Megumi's body. Yeah, he hasn't had dominion over or completely controlled Megumi's body or his spirit. And at that point, well, I guess we'll say soul. Let's be accurate. Over his soul. But then at the same time, the only issue is it hit him again. So what in everyone's right mind does Angel think she can fly up here without getting a chunk bitten out of her for a second time? And what does she think it's going to do? My whole thought is I could see this going a couple ways. The first way is that it does absolutely nothing to Sukuna and he's fine, which has happened every other time, except the first he was badly burned, but I'd rather take a 3rd degree burn instead of dying. So we have that. Oh, and the fact that he heals from it, like, so fast. So that's fine, I guess. Cool. Now Yuji has a soul dismantle, and for some reason he can adjust it as he wants and change his mind about a binding vow, which, again, this whole thing with binding vows just doesn't make sense to me. Why is everyone going back and forth? Maybe I'm just not a skilled sorcerer myself. Maybe I don't understand. But I feel like at this point, it's becoming bad writing. Obviously, the fight has gone on for so long, and everyone's like, oh, this is peak. This is peak. This really isn't peak. To be 100% honest, now I feel like Gege is just going back and forth on his word about how these rules work in the Jujutsu Sorcerer world, and it's kind of not as entertaining as he probably thinks it is to read. Because every chapter now is kind of just a cliffhanger, like they're pulling a Kaiju number 8, and now everything is just about, oh, this could happen, oh, who got hit? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai. Like that's the energy it's giving. Like, let's be 100% honest. So I don't think any of this is going to work. And the other way that I think this could happen, say it does. I'll give Angel the benefit of the doubt. I'll give Todo the fact that maybe his extra Vibra Slap just somehow saved everyone in this fight. Here comes Jacob's ladder. Here comes Angel. I will say, if this hits him and it does split them, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, where do you progress from here? Because at some point, someone has to activate the merger. We all know that the merger at the end of the day has to be activated, or else this is such... It would be so rude for Gege to like be like, oh, we're going to bring the ultimate curse above Rika, above Sukuna, and then not activate the merger, which was literally Kenjaku's only thing he wanted. I'm not going to say since birth, but basically for 1,000 years, Kenjaku was hustling. I mean, this man was in every family, with every man, with every woman. He didn't discriminate. He didn't even care. He slept with as many people as possible to make this moment happen. So just for Kenjaku's sake, I need the merger to happen. All right. And I don't know what's going to happen if maybe Sukuna splits from Megumi and all of a sudden Megumi and Yuji are still losing somehow. because he's the king of curses, and now he has a binding vow where he can just backhand anyone and almost kill them. It might happen, who knows? He just can't use both of his feet. You see what I'm saying though? You see, and then he'd be like, oh wait, never mind, I need to walk just a little bit, you know? So like, I don't know what's going to happen, but overall, those are the two ways I see it happening, is either A, it's gonna work, or B, it's not gonna work. And I think all of us as readers of Jujutsu Kaisen can understand this fight needs to end. And obviously, it's gonna be really sad when it does, because we're already losing My Hero Academia, and Kaiju number 8 will also be ending soon. So it's not really a happy time for anime lovers around the world, to be honest. Because what's gonna take that place? I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about Boruto. I don't know what it is, but I'm still upset about the fact that he took Sasuke's Rinnegan, and it was the way he flew in the anime that really just made me like, all right, I don't believe this moment is happening. But back to Jujutsu Kaisen, guys, I just don't think this is going to work. I don't think third time's the charm in this instance. I think if anything, Sukuna might take this. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but saying maximum output for the third time doesn't really, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, I don't get like, oh, this might be it. Like, I'm just like, can you kill him? Like, can you kill him without being in your feelings, Angel? Can you? Right? So, yeah, there's all of that. Obviously, spoilers won't come out for another 5 or 6 days, I think. But at the end of the day, Jacob's Ladder is not going to work. Gojo's not coming back. Oh, wow, this is getting really sad. Let me repeat this again. Jacob's Ladder is not going to work. Gojo is not coming back. And obviously, Yuji needs to do a couple more dismantles if they want to get Megumi back. But at this point in my life, I am okay with Megumi just passing. I'll be honest, you just have to kill Sukuna at this point and kill Megumi with him, and we'll see what happens. But at the same time, I'm so excited because obviously Yuta is not dead yet. I don't know if at some point his brain just going to be like, oh, I can't operate the body, I'll just die slowly. I don't know if that's going to happen, or we could have the greatest comeback with Gojo. Guys, I hold out hope for Gojo every freaking day. Like, obviously, I really want Panda's 3 souls stack within the body to really come true. Gojo comes back, Rika helps take over the body, and now we're gonna have Yuta, Rika, and Gojo in one body. I don't know what that means for everyone, but that would be a really dangerous and scary being if they were all inside of one body. That's a whole lot of soul. All right, but at the same time, I'm also hoping that Yuta's body is ready for his brain. Pause. But I'm excited for Yuta to get his body back, because hopefully what we could have is Yuji, Gojo, yeah, and Yuta coming back to fight. But I don't see it. I really don't. That's just me holding out hope. But at the end of the day, I don't know what's gonna happen. And how the heck did Todo even get his Vibra Slap to work again? And why would you jam that into your hand? That is painful. So if you haven't read or watched chapter 263, please do. This isn't really a review as much as it is as an opinion on what could happen in 264, because clearly there's some BS happening. And again, knowing Gege, someone's gonna die and this isn't gonna work. But the merger has to happen. And Yuji either has to be dying around everyone he loves, or how I would prefer him to be is sealed away rather than dying. But obviously not everyone likes how I feel. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I love making anime videos, but obviously don't have time all the time to make these. But you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts down below.